I've just followed that Great Ocean Road and I was wrong. It came on the seaside of those rocks and boulders, and it's been like the Great Ocean Road anywhere you go, California, West Coast, or even the Australian Great Ocean Road. It just hugs along the cliffs, the bridges and so forth. But I've stopped because, put that down, as we come around this last corner, bloody Alps. Italy in the background. That was really interesting. I just asked the waiter where I was eating, just finished eating, if there's any live music anywhere here in Cairn tonight. He said, do you understand? I asked him in French. He answered quite kindly in English. He said, you understand, sir? There's no university here. There's nothing actually here in Cairn, so it's just a village. Nothing happens at night. So I'm in the heart of Cairn. Stayed at the Radisson just up there on the corner. And looking for somewhere, there's a bit of life. And Cairn is just not a happy place. So, sometimes people say that I'm whinging. I don't think I'm whinging at all. Here I am in the heart of Cairn, on the 7th floor of the Radisson, having a Jameson. But there's absolutely nothing happening. And I thought, Cairn, I know there's not a film festival on here tonight, but I thought there'd be something going on somewhere. All these boats down here, dead as maggots in the water. Not even a private party anywhere that I can crash. No music, no nothing. It's a great place to be. Great infrastructure, but no fun. So I was feeling rather smart when I retrieved this multiple part adapter for French to Australian power. And it was all working properly, and then the bloody thing blew up. And so I had to bypass the system, and what I do now, I cut the wires on the transformer so that I stick them in there, stick those in behind to hold it, and then just plug it into the plug. All works quite well. I fancied oysters, but I didn't feel like a full half a dozen are natural. Happily, they serve them by the 3. Life's a bitch, you just get used to it. So I'm in a seafood restaurant, not too far from the French coast. I'm a little bit worried about the oysters because I like to have them just out the sea 50 metres away if I can get them. And they're okay. They were not, there's nothing wrong with them. They just weren't as good as you can get if you get them straight out the sea. And now I felt like a bit of a cratting if I ordered fish and chips. That was on the menu. Fish and chips in France. If I go to UK, I'll have fish and chips with knobs on. Anyway, I ordered these fried prawns. And I haven't bored you with pictures of anything that not very much that I've eaten. But these prawns, they've got this wonderful char-grilled taste and different taste to them. A bit of rice there as well. It's actually really good. I could well be over-gilding the lily here. But prawns so often look absolutely wonderful, as do rock lobster, crayfish. And it doesn't always meet up with expectations with the taste. But these prawns have been char-grilled and got some spices in them, and the rice is a sort of a pilafy rice with lots of butter, and the flavours, I think they are really the best prawns I've ever had. Looks like my fridge is getting a bit empty I forget what day of the week it is. But I'm in the Camargue, and I'm heading down to the place which is typical Camargue, where I'm going to stay the night, which is like got water, all around it, and I'm travelling across this sort of the Rhone River plains, I suppose you'd call it, and I've been going for about an hour and a half, and I've only got about another 3/4 an hour or less to go, and I just see this canal here on the right hand side, so I'm just going to hop out the car and have a bit of a rest and a wee break, and have a look from the levee bank. This is where I've pulled up. You can see sort of how flat it is, and it's riven with drainage channels, and there are those classic Camargue homestead, self-contained farms, almost villages in themselves, and I'm just going to go up to this levee behind me. Not quite a Chevy, but I've driven it to the levee, and I don't think it'll be dry either. It's like 100% Camargue kayak vert. I wonder if that means it's a place where people can launch their canoes. Anyway, I'm just going straight up the bank. It's actually quite steep. Quite a bit of flow in that. Indeed, I'm going to go and have a wee in it. You don't need to see that bit. Well, I've just turned the wrong direction and the sat-nav's going bunter at me. But I saw this chateau. And
Please make a U-turn if possible and then turn right.
It's still talking at me, telling me off. But this is, I suppose, what one thinks of as typically...
In 100 meters, please make a U-turn.
The French wine chateau. It's not in great state of repair from this side. And I think that's a primary school.
Please make a U-turn if possible.
Saint Louis Prat. Haven't got the magnificence of it yet. I'm going to stop here. This is what it's like from this side. And that was that tower that stood out at me when I was going the other direction. I thought I'd just have to just pulled off the road again because the scenery is quite nice, and we've got the Rhone on this side, and this bridge here comes a bit of a spit, and I'm going to try and cross over without getting run over. And got the canal, which I'm guessing goes from Rhone to Set, wherever that is. But there was a particular view the other way. But let's do this way first of all. So that's the rest of the levee bank. From the middle of this bridge, looking in the other direction, I just saw that, we get to the middle of the bridge. That makes a statement, doesn't it? It's just a very interesting set of topography. Ship gone down over there, but you're just coming through all these roads and bridges and lakes, and there's vineyards everywhere, wineries everywhere, and now I saw some high-rise buildings of a city somewhere, and it's just a different landscape to the ones that I've been in the last few days. And the local bird seems to be the flamingo. It's just a small group there. Well, this is quite a pleasant part of the world, in the Camargue area. I know where I'm staying the next 3 nights. First night's here at the Novotel. Then I'll take the car back tomorrow, and I'll get myself a proper PCR test if I need one. I don't think I do actually. Going to check that paperwork tonight. Then stay at the airport, just at the Ibis airport, and catch the flight out to Paris, and then link up in Paris and off to Manchester, UK. And I haven't booked a hotel there, so I only know where I'm staying 2 nights. So I'm walking out the restaurant, that's why I got my mask back on. 2:30 or something in the afternoon, and south of France, the weather here and the lake, just picture perfect. Going to walk back to my hotel and check in, probably have an afternoon nap. You know, people laugh when I say I'm just filling in time until I die. But then, you know, there's got these people here competing to see who can get silver balls closest to another little ball. Now, if that's not filling in time until you die, I don't know what is. But it is truly a very nice afternoon here on the Camargue, somewhere south of France. There's so many places like this. And here they are, getting the measuring stick out a moment ago. I often stay at some seedy sort of places, but this is the Novotel. It's my second to last night in France. I think it's cost me about $160 a night or something. But it sort of reminds me of the places I used to stay when I worked for the government and money was no object. So this is a Novotel and a Grand Mont on a Camargue. I feel like gone with the wind coming down these staircases. I feel somebody should be here at the bottom to greet me. I have checked in, obviously. Going back to my car now, pretending this is not a new experience for me. I don't really want an afternoon nap. Shouldn't have coffee with my lunchtime déjeuner.